Are you fed up with all those unfulfilled psychic predictions? Hi, friends. I'm Philip Michael Thomas, and I'm here to announce an astounding breakthrough. Free sample psychic readings. And maybe you've never had a reading before, or you're just bored and fed up with unfulfilled predictions. Try a free sample reading. My psychics are genuine, warm, and compassionate, and will help you to experience love, peace, and happiness. Call now for a free sample reading.
Will you ever reach your true potential? When will success knock on your door? How will you know when it's true love? Now you can find the answers to take charge of your life, and it starts with a simple phone call to the Psychic Line. 24 hours a day, real psychics are waiting to help you solve your problems. The answers are waiting, so call the Psychic Line now.
So the city council tentatively approved my design for the windows.
Hey!
But they want to see a rendering by Friday.
Great, honey.
Yeah, congratulations, Mom.
Thank you. However, it means I'm going to be really, really busy.
No problem. I got things under control around here.
So what'd you do in school today?
Nothing.
Sounds educational. How about you? How's it going?
I got a lot done. I'm keeping a handle on the work. I should be pretty much up to speed when the lab's up and running again.
Lucky how it worked out. You'll be around here this week to keep an eye on Josh.
Yeah. It's weird how things happen sometimes.
Weird, real weird. Really, really weird.
Weird. Entry number 17. The Sand Kings have displayed an ability to mimic terrestrial formations. Now, while this could indicate some form of intellect at work, it does not necessarily demonstrate the ability to reason. So I've decided on a change.
Mr. Kress.
Yeah.
Sign here, please.
All the pieces have been pre-cut, right?
Yeah, all you gotta do is slap them together. It's gonna be some fish tank, huh?
I like my seafood fresh.
Well, for what you're paying, certainly hope you're raising caviar.
Boys and girls, welcome to the promised land.
great, but this amber's perfect. Will you order me some?
Oh, sure. Must be nice having Simon home.
Yeah.
You don't seem too happy about it.
Well, take it from me, whether he's at home or at work these days, he's in another world.
Well, that's weird.
What?
The computer won't accept your card.
Why?
It says it's over the limit.
Well, no way. It's a screw-up.
No, I ran it through twice. You know, I'm supposed to cut it out. Do you want to call the card company or something?
Yeah, I do. Get out of my way.
Wait, Kat.
No, I want to know what the hell's going on in there.
Explain first.
Yeah. Explain, Simon. Explain to me why there are over $25,000 worth of purchases on our credit cards.
I got it worked
Purchases that
out.
I knew nothing about. And then when you're done explaining that, try to tell me how you're going to pay for them when we can barely pay for our house.
I've got it worked out. Believe me, I wouldn't have done what I did without a reason.
No!
Kat! Listen to me. Kathy. Kat! Now, give me your hand. Kathy! Get out of there. Take my hand. Come on. Give me your hand. Please. You're all right. Please. You're right. We found them in the sand brought back by the Mars lander.
From what?
Eggs. No bigger than a pinhead. They've been lying dormant for millions of years till I found the right combination to initiate gestation.
So you've been lying to me? Is that what you've been doing up at Mount Parnell and not analyzing soil samples?
It was a classified project, Kath, the highest clearance. We couldn't talk to anyone from the outside about it. It wasn't my choice.
So what are they doing in my barn?
They killed the project, Kath.
They killed the project? Why?
I wasn't given a reason. I just told to shut down. Maybe they thought the public would never be ready. I don't know. But on the day I was to leave, I took a sample of the soil.
Oh, Simon.
Hey, they're not going to take that
Well,
away
they
from
can't
me.
stay here. They're dangerous.
No, they're not. The Sand Kings are intelligent, and if they keep evolving at this rate, there's no limit to what we can learn from them. Josh has been recording.
Josh! You got Josh mixed up in this?
It's perfectly safe.
How can it be safe? The government's trying to destroy these sane things.
They don't
Neither
understand.
do I.
No! It's a chance to make my mark, Kat. I can announce the discovery of extraterrestrial life.
Then announce it now.
No. First, I'm taking them to the point of true, measured intelligence. Have faith in me, Kat. I want you there with me.
Outer limits. Please stand by.
1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato more.
Lipton Recipe Secrets for Potatoes has a roasted in taste so deep down delicious, they're always hungry for Recipe Secrets for Potato Seasoning, the secret to roasted in taste.
Julia Murray is doing something her allergies and the pollen never let her do before. She's watching one of the finest 9-year-olds ever to play the game. Thanks to Benadryl, the histamine blocker. It actually blocks the histamine that triggers allergic reactions. Take Benadryl and take back your life.
And try Benadryl dye-free, the allergy medication with no artificial colors or dyes. So, what do you need when it's hours since lunch and years until dinner, but you really want something and your stomach is saying, have one of these, while your brain is saying, don't even think about it, and oh, that's attractive, but this might be perfectly awful to eat because you crave something different than the usual stuff that might make you feel great and not icky, that's wild and alive and zesty and zingy and quite frankly perfect? The
With a full serving of vegetables, it might just make you feel better.
To her, it could only be a fantasy. The stuff dreams are made of. So easy, so effortless.
So tasty. I can't believe.
I can't believe it's not butter. That's great. It's the easy way to enjoy fresh butter taste without any fat or calories. I can't believe it's not butter spray. It's not just a dream any longer.
Who says fantasies don't come true?
My asthma struck as my daughter started crying. It wasn't the time to try some unknown brand. I trust Primatene.
It starts to open clogged breathing passages in as fast as 15 seconds.
She depends on me. I depend on Primatene Mist.
Fastest type asthma relief without a prescription.
Actually, Abercrombie & Kent isn't in the business of travel at all. We're really in the business of satisfying people's dreams. You go to university, you grow as a person. I believe travel is every bit as important as university. I think the American Express card gives one the confidence and the security to go to the farthest corners of the globe. Everybody knows the card, so it's just part of the culture.
Josh? Time for bed. Just a few more seconds, Mom.
Not tonight, Bud. Here we go. Give him some room there. There we go.
Why are you mad at Dad?
Why do you say that?
I heard rumors.
Well, everything's okay, I promise. But those sand things worry me.
Sand kings, Mom.
Excuse me. It's just, you know how afraid I am of bugs? Remember that time we're driving and there was this huge spider on the dashboard?
It was a daddy longlegs.
Well, it may have been a daddy longlegs, but it nearly made me drive off the road.
But I like helping Dad. He said we might win the Nobel Prize.
I know, Belle. Bet you do. Anyway, you promise be careful.
Okay. Night, Mom.
Oh, what a mess.
This is entry 24. This is entry 24. This is entry 24, the 8th day. This is entry 24, the 8th day of the project, the 9th. The Sand Kings have division. This is entry 24 on the 8th day of the project, the 19th generation. The Sand Kings have differentiated into two distinct species, one red in coloration, the other white. Also, I've begun to distinguish certain individuals among the two species. They seem to have taken to their new habitat quite nicely, and it's my hope that the increase in size of the habitat will stimulate the production of eggs by the two queens. Now, I can verify that theory by the following data. Just give me a moment.
Growing Pains is a Warner Brothers production and is distributed.
Bell South Mobility customers, if you see news happen, call the News Channel 3 hotline. Just dial *3, a free call from your cellular phone.
There's nothing that makes you feel as good as coming home. Today, more than ever before, home is a haven, a place where you can relax and really be yourself. Right now at Sensational Sofas and Patio, save 25 to 50% store-wide on the things that truly make your house a home. Choose beautiful custom sofas, great pool and patio furniture, Hooker Entertainment Centers, Lane and Barca Lounger recliners, occasional tables, and beautiful accessories. That's Sensational Sofas and Patio.
Atlas Carriers is a family-owned company, and we understand the importance of families. That's why we make it a point to get our drivers home as often as possible. They appreciate it.
Daddy's home.
And we know their families appreciate it. Atlas Carriers. Atlas Carriers is now hiring experienced drivers. Call now about the best benefits package in the business for drivers and their families.
They're cheaper by the dozen. We know. We're Graceland Dodge, and we just made a special purchase of dozens of pre-titled 95 Neons. We bought them all for a song, but you only have to buy one. Just save big money. Just pick your color and pay only $189 a month. Factory warranties are still in effect, and all have automatic, air, and power everything. Take your pick and pay only $189 a month for a pre-titled 95 Neon. Hurry, they'll go fast at Graceland Dodge, just a few minutes from everywhere.
Storm Team, only on News Channel 3.
People, all kinds of people. People young and old from all walks of life. All so different, yet linked by a common thread. They had cancer. But there is something else you should know about these people. They number in the millions, and they are living. Every one of these people are adding their own unique personal story to the growing number of profiles in survival.
We've all asked ourselves, what would I do? What would I do if it were my loved one trapped in a burning house? What would I do if a thief broke in? What would I do if I found out I had cancer? This question is one that over 1 million Americans will be facing this year. Hi, I'm Susan Anton, and thank you for joining me for Profiles in Survival. This fascinating program will provide an insider's perspective from 4 people forced to answer the more pointed question, I have cancer, what will I do? The answer, as Brenda Michaels can tell you, isn't always obvious.
How many of us fantasize about changing our lives? The 2-pack-a-day smoker imagines himself quitting and winning a marathon. The corporate workaholic daydreams about walking away and writing that bestseller. TV evangelists, self-help authors, and diet gurus prey upon our fascination with second chances. For most of us, a lifestyle overhaul remains just that, a fantasy. But Brenda Michaels is not most people.
I wake up every morning feeling really energized. And it's the first time that I can really look at my life and feel proud. I'm an author and a public speaker and a talk show host. And it's all because I believe I received, as the title of my book says, the gift of cancer.
Where Brenda Michaels grew up, in rural Washington state, most dreams of the future revolved around buying some farmland and raising a family. They didn't quite know what to make of brash young Brenda and her fantasies of fame.
I told my family and anyone that would listen to me that this town was too small for me and I was going to go to Southern California to be a star. I dress up in mom's high heels and makeup and parade around and pretend to be an actress and a model because I had vivid dreams of performing in front of an audience.
By age 26, Brenda got only as far as Spokane. Now her dreams of stardom were tethered by a loveless marriage, a less than glamorous career in mortgage banking, and a lifestyle designed to numb the pain.
As I look back on it now, my diet mostly consisted of boxed wine and cigarettes. My life was so different than my dreams because I couldn't really bear to look at my life sober. I spent most of my time hiding.
Fame didn't find Brenda, but cancer did. Cervical cancer necessitated radical but successful surgery. Her marriage ended, and she left for Seattle in search of a better life.
What I hadn't counted on was all my problems crawling in my suitcase and going with me. I realized it wasn't my marriage, and it wasn't Spokane. It was me. I practically lived in the singles bars, and I went from one empty relationship to the other.
It would be almost a decade of maturity later before Brenda found the strength to step off the treadmill.
I met my husband, Scott, and with the love and the support that he offered me, I could actually finally look in the mirror and say, hey, Brenda, you're not a kid anymore. It's time to piece your life back together.
As if on cue, cancer entered Brenda's life again, this time in her breast.
If it had happened 2 years earlier, it would have been the end of me. I lost my breast, and my oncologist wanted to put me on tamoxifen, a new drug they were having great results with. Unfortunately, it came with some pretty serious side effects.
Separated by 30 years from the precocious star of her father's home movies, facing the greatest challenge of her life, Brenda finally had her flashpoint. The moment she describes as no less than a revelation.
It was like a light just popped on in my head, and I heard my own voice saying, Brenda, this is your body and your life, and now it's time to get a grip on the controls.
After exhaustive research, Brenda opted for alternative healing. The program involved diet, herbs and vitamins, exercise, and meditation. But the whole was far more profound than its parts.
I believe my body was in a state of disease long before they diagnosed the cancer. So I decided to treat me instead of the illness and to focus on getting healthy as opposed to focusing on fighting only cancer.
Ironically, it was Scott's transition into the film industry as a computer graphics specialist that at last brought Brenda to Los Angeles. She credits him for the support she needed to recreate herself from inside.
It took incredible courage for Brenda to make the choice she made. I saw it as my role to give her all the support and encouragement I could to help facilitate in her wellness.
Even a year later, when additional cancer was detected and required another mastectomy, Brenda was undaunted.
I had nothing but the utmost respect for my oncologist. He was really great. And I respected all the treatments and the research that they've been doing and the successes they've been having. But for me, this was a personal choice for my life and for my body. I made my job getting well, and I worked very hard at nutrition and exercise, but I also knew that I had to emotionally heal. So I looked inside, and for me, it was just getting to the bottom of everything and coming to peace with myself. It was an extraordinary journey.
It's been almost 6 years since Brenda's third cancer diagnosis. But that extraordinary journey has earned her far more than survival.
Almost as soon as I started writing my book, I knew I would call it The Gift of Cancer. I look at myself 10 years ago in old pictures, and I don't recognize that person anymore. And I know now that the cancer came into my life at the perfect time, and it was meant to be for my growth.
Brenda's seemingly bottomless reservoir of energy has allowed her not only to complete her book, but also tour the nation telling her story for the American Cancer Society. Perhaps most important, she discovered that the little dreamer from rural Washington state was still very much alive inside her.
I have those dreams again of being in front of an audience, only I'm not singing and dancing. I'm hosting a national talk show about wellness and health. And this time, the difference is it's not just a dream anymore. I know I can make this happen.
Brenda's remarkable spirit in the face of adversity is a wonderful story. A story that we hope will have a significant difference in the future without breast cancer. That day is coming soon. Already, American Cancer Society-funded research efforts have uncovered the gene responsible for inherited breast cancer. Stay tuned. Find out why a remarkable pioneer in the science of DNA calls.
This has been Guiding Light. Jewelry provided by Robert Rose. Tonight, adjust your thermostat for the hottest world premieres ever. Central Park West and Courthouse. They're here, they're hot. Tonight on CBS.
Good afternoon from CBS News. This is Newsbreak. A rocket-propelled grenade damaged the U.S. Embassy in Moscow. No one was hurt. The attack came amid more Russian protests over NATO bombing in Bosnia. Prosecutors have introduced results of a new DNA test showing genetic markers of O.J. Simpson and Ron Goldman in a bloodstain from Simpson's Bronco. And the U.S. Senate has rejected a proposal to deny more benefits to welfare mothers who have more children. Moderate Republicans joined Democrats in defeating the measure 66-34. Now this.
how I unplug. I mix a few teaspoons.
Just off the Pacific Coast Highway, there's a place where America ends and the Pacific begins, all right outside your window. It's the Seven Gables Inn overlooking Monterey Bay. 7 gables, 14 rooms, one spectacular view. So if you go, bring your wide-angle lens and your Visa card, because the Seven Gables Inn will take your breath away. But they won't take American Express. Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
で、お子さんたち新しいコンピューター気に入ったの？
それがまだ立ち上げてないんだ。何しろ僕は不器用なもんでね。
うちじゃアクティバがみんなに大人気。IBM のホームコンピューター、CD ラムがついてて、ソフトもいっぱいあるし、箱から出してすぐ使えるようになってるんですよ。
単位でもセットアップできるってわけ？
腕はいらないのよ。
Sabatini to serve up a break in the second set.
Steffi's taking a look at the line and the linesman. And the umpire is taking a look at the linesman, and he's saying yes, it was in, and the umpire saying yes, it was in. Steffi doesn't agree. It was very close. Steffi's been hitting the shot into the net the last few games. She's made more errors into the net. She's late getting her racket back, both on the forehand and backhand. The racket's not coming through. She's not getting under the ball and hitting it into the net.
Late to get behind that one as well, Martina.
She's just not getting the racket back. Of course, Gabby's making her, forcing those errors, making her hit more on the run, but still Steffi could have better preparation with the racket.
Now Sabatini with a love game, 3-1.
Sabatini leads 3-1.
Still to come, semifinal action, Monica Seles, Conchita Martinez, and a decisive advantage career-wise, Martina.
8-0.
For Monica.
For Monica. Actually has not lost a set to Conchita Martinez yet, but of course most of these matches were before Conchita was the player she is today.
Ace for Graf for second.
And when Steffi gets annoyed with herself, as she did after Gabriele Sabatini held serve, she starts to hit the ball harder. She hit a great ace out wide, another big serve out wide, quick 30-love lead.
She tries to hit through her problems.
Definitely. Same with Monica Seles. When they get mad, they hit harder. When they get nervous, they hit harder.
Wide, 30-15. Go to the skies and...
Hello to you, too. Boy, I better watch what I say, eh? Oh, boy.
A nicely played point by Steffi Graf. And Martina, I feel that Graf is expecting a lot more junk
from Sabatini. And I think now she's on to the fact that Sabatini's hitting with a lot of weight, great length. See how well she prepared for that one. You know, normally Sabatini, you know, she slices and dices, and now Groff is onto the idea that Sabatini's hitting through the ball more, not covering it so much as she normally does. Exactly right. Couldn't have said it better myself.